Hello, and welcome to today's violin lesson. Today we are going to be looking at the Essential Elements Violin Book 1. This video lesson will go over exercises 17 and 18. And so here we go. So let's take a look at 17 first. Now, we're going to do this, I'm going to do this two ways. We're going to pluck first because I know some of you might be barely starting and you're probably not familiar with the bow yet. And then I'll also do it by playing with the bow, so that way those of you who might already be on the bow, you'll get a chance to see what it's like, and those of you that are not, you'll have a chance to see how that would usually go. Okay. Alrighty. So. Excuse me. So let's try with number 17, which is hopscotch. In this one, if we take a look at our notes, again, just like how I always say, make sure you're using for this one either note by note or measure by measure. For the first couple of exercises, those will probably be the two most really important practice strategies that you usually use. Okay. So for number 17, I'm going to take this just one note at a time, okay? So here we go. I'm going to try plucking it first. Hopefully you can hear me over the fan. It's a little hot in here at the moment. But yeah, here we go. So 17 is going to go like this. I'm going to try to get close to the mic here. So 17 is going to go like this. So one note at a time. So G. So remember, G is 3 fingers, okay, on the D string, just like this, okay? All right. Okay, so here we go. So we have G, G again. You have an F sharp, which is going to be 2 fingers, okay, just like this. Okay, so here's F sharp, right? And now you have a rest, and now you have an E, which is 1 finger. So it's going to be 1 finger right here, okay? So 1 finger, and then E again, and then F sharp. Then you have a rest. Now the G, F sharp, now E, now F sharp, now G, and G again, and G one more time. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to try this again, this time note by note, but with the bow. Okay? So number 17 is going to go something like this. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. Or actually, I'm going to do just note by note. Okay? So not at any particular speed. So here we go. So from G, G again, F sharp, rest. Now you have the E. E again, and F sharp. Then you have a rest, and now G, and F sharp, and E, and F sharp, and now G, G again, and G one more time. Okay? And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, if you want, pause the video right now and try to do that by yourself, either plucking or using the bow, whichever one is more suitable for you, okay? But that's pretty much how you do it. I'm going to try it one more time, but now measure by measure, okay? So I'm going to do the first measure, and I'm just going to kind of keep this more or less at a tempo. We'll say at about 50. So in which case this will probably go about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that'll be more or less the tempo that we take it at. Okay, so I'm going to try it with plucking. So here we go. 1 and 2. First measure, go, and rest. Good. Now we stop. Now let's try the second measure. E, E, F sharp, rest. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And rest. Very good. Now the next measure. And And now the last measure, here we go. Rest, okay? So, now I'm gonna try that same thing, but with the bow. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, very good. Now here's the next measure, so here we go. Rest, very good. Now let's try the third measure, so with me. And now the last measure, 1, 2 with me, and rest, okay? All right, so try doing that by yourself. If you want, pause the video right here, or you can rewind it. Try to follow me as best you can. After you've done it 1 measure at a time, then try to go for 2 measures, and then 3, and then 4. By the time you get to 4, obviously, you'll already have the entire exercise learned, so in which case, that'll be a good thing for you. All right, now, let's try number 18, okay? Same thing, we're gonna do note by note and measure by measure. You can decide for yourself which practice strategy is best for you. Don't forget, we also have a repeat at the ending of 18. So for those of you that might be new to the violin, the repeat sign means that you're going to go back to the beginning and then you're going to play it a second time. Okay? All right, so 18, I'm going to take this note by note, plucking. Okay? So we're starting on G. Okay? So here we go. So G, ready, and G again. F sharp, now open D, and now G, and G again, F sharp, D, now E, E again, F sharp again, and now G, G again, and G one more time. And rest, and we have a repeat, okay? So let's try that a second time, still doing note by note. G again, F sharp, now D, now G, G again, and F sharp, and now D, and now E, E again, and now F sharp, and now G, one more time, last time, and rest. All right, now again, pause the video right here. Try to do that same thing by yourself. After you feel that you got the hang of it, then that means you're ready to move on to the next one. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna try that same thing now, this time with the bow. Okay, so number 18, first few notes. So here we go. So 18, first note G, next note F sharp, D, and the next note, F sharp, D, and next one, next one, next note, G, G again, one more time, and rest. Okay, now we're gonna try that measure by measure. Okay, so again, we'll take this at a tempo at about 50. Okay, so here we go. 1 and 2 and ready, go, and. All right, stop right there. Now the next measure. 1, 2, ready, go, and. All right, now the next measure. Here we go. All right, and now the last measure. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go, and rest. Okay. All right. So again, pause the video right here. Try to see if you can do that by yourself. Okay. So 1 measure at a time. Do the first measure, then we stop. Do the next measure, then we stop. So on and so on. Okay. All right. For now though, I'm going to try that same thing, but with the bow. Okay? So, this is going to be number 18. So the first measure, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay? Alright, now we're going to do the next measure. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, alright. Now the third measure, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, and now finally the last measure. Alright, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, okay? And don't forget, you do have the repeat, okay? Let me show you how it's going to sound with the repeat before we call it. So for 18, it's going to sound like this. I'm going to try it with the bow. Repeat. Rest, okay? All right, so take this time now to pause the video or rewind it and go back to whatever section you feel you might need help with the most. Again, note by note, measure by measure. Those are our two critical practice strategies here. So make sure that you are using those all the time, because if you're not having some sort of practice strategy as you're working on these, it's going to be very difficult trying to move along forward. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have a practice strategy to work with. Okay, alrighty, thank you all. I'll see you all on the next video.